Hey people of VC, it's Andy Cloudy Milder. I've got another 12 foot of metal for you. That's 12 lots of 12-inch singles. Last video seemed to go down quite well. Enjoyed seeing a few of the responses that came out there, people showing theirs as well. So I thought I'd follow up with another 12. So let's get straight in. This is Judas Priest and Take on the World. 3-track 12-inch single. It's got White Heat, Red Hot and Starbreaker on the B-side. I think this is 1978, I think this came out. The back from Killer Machine. Six sleeves off so you don't get the glare. My favourite 12-inch single in my collection. This is Iron Maiden and the non-album track Women in Uniform with Eddie and Margaret Thatcher, the original Iron Maiden politician, promoting obviously the first album. Has Invasion and a live version of Phantom of the Opera on the B-side. A really good version, Paul Diano obviously on vocals. Women in Uniform being a cover version, which I didn't know for years and years, and they changed the lyrics ever so slightly, and I have to admit I just know that one so well that I prefer it. Now this one, I had this as VCLT from Greg the Egg Black Ball Rules some time ago, and I've never seen a sealed 12-inch single before, and I don't think it's factory sealed because obviously the shrink is. It's not particularly shrunk, but obviously from the label, this is a classic imports. I don't know if it was put into these before it was shipped out from the UK to Canada. I don't really know. So this is Samson, Red Skies, from an album that I picked up recently. And showed in I think my last update video. I don't know whether I want to open this just because of the novelty. It does have a little bit of a rip in the shrink already. One day I'll get around to play it, but I know the songs. So Red Skies and Living, Loving, Lying and Running Out of Time on the B-side. Oh, I never noticed that before. Down here it says, P.S. Many thanks to Rock Goddess for the wonderful backing vocals on Living, Loving, Lying. There we go. So that's some Samson. Some more Maiden, actually. I've got a number of Maiden singles, 12-inch singles in my collection, and I may well do a third one. I don't think I've got another 12 to show, but I've certainly got some more Maiden, some more Anthrax. So this is 2 Minutes to Midnight. And there's actually there's something on here that is making me think of doing kind of like a covers video with a theme of something on there. So you may see this one coming up again soon. So this is 2 Minutes to Midnight from Power Slave. It's got Rainbow's Gold and a Mission from Ari on the B-side. But I've always loved that cover. Some Saxon this time. With a rock and roll gypsy. With Krakatoa and The Medley, including Heavy Metal Thunder, Taking Your Chances, Stand Up and Be Counted, and A Warrior. This is from '86. So what does that make that? Is that Age of Innocence? Forgot to check out that. Or Innocence is No Excuse. Always get that one mixed up. Wasp 95 Nasty, taken from the forthcoming album Inside the Electric Circus, which was kind of my introduction to Wasp back in the day, and subsequently one of my favourite albums. I know it's not a lot of people's favourite Wasp album, but it does for me. And we've got Easy Living and Flesh and Fire on the B side. If you remember my criteria for a 12-inch single, it's got to be 12-inch. That's a given. It's got to run at 45 RPM, and it's got to have no more than 3 songs on it, or it's an EP. I know that's a bit of a grey area, but there we go. I showed Anthrax poster bag in my last video. This is one I have shown on a number of other videos in the past. This is the Indians poster bag, so I'm not going to actually take it out. It says it has Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath and Taint on the B side, but this is one of the mispresses that has Imitation of Life on there instead. I think the non-mispress versions are rarer these days, so it's not as worth as much as some misprints are. But I used to have this poster up on my wall, and a great classic song. Now a couple of 12-inch picture discs next. Kiss, Crazy Crazy Nights. I was never into Kiss. I knew nothing really about their history when I was growing up. This came out, it was on the radio all over the place. I picked it up because of the novelty of it when it came out, and it probably put me off Kiss even more. So this is with Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Eric Carr and Bruce Kulick. Not sure which album. Oh, it's from the Crazy Crazy Nights album, isn't it? Which I guess is that on the back. So this is... Actually, this has 4 tracks. I've let myself down here, haven't I? Oh dear. But it is 45 RPM. It has Crazy Crazy Nights, No No No, Heaven's on Fire, and Tears Are Falling on the flip side. So we have some Kiss. Next up, some Motley Crue. I've got this inside it in the sleeve. When so this is Girls 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 from what's 1987. Again, I bought this when it came out, and it's been in the sort of hard plastic sleeves that these picture discs come in for the best part of 30 years before I took it out for the first time, and it was kind of stuck to this original sleeve, which I kind of kept because it does have the hype sticker on, but I just kind of put it in a new inner sleeve inside the hard sleeve, and just keep it nice and protected. So there we have it. Girls 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 by Motley Crue. Did I say it was on the B side? Yeah, we've got Something for Nothing and a live version of Smoking It in the Boys' Room. 3 more to go. Another Anthrax single. Now this is a single. For some reason I've ended up collecting all the different 7-inch versions of this. I don't have them all, but whenever I see them I pick them up. But this is the 12-inch version. I believe this was supposed to come with a poster, but I bought it new in the shop, and if you can see here, it's signed. I believe that's Scott Ian's signature, but it was signed when I picked it up in the shop, which was Spiller's record in Cardiff. So that would have been back in 1988. So Make Me Laugh, and on the B side we have, is it Friggin' in the Riggin'? Yeah, Friggin' in the Riggin' and Antisocial on the White Island label. That needs a bit of a clean. I think I've played that in 30 odd years. As I say, I've got about 4 different versions of that on 7-inch single as well, different colours and whatnot. A bit more Wasp. This time we've got Mean Man. Mean Man and Locomotive Breath on side A, and For Whom the Bells Toll on side B. What's interesting is actually, usually with 12-inch singles you get 1 track on side 1 and 2 tracks on side 2. This is the other way round. Yeah, and down at the bottom here we've got Warning Dodgy Lyrics. Actually took this cover of this record when Metal Mickey, the Rock Scout, and I went to see Chris Holmes down in Carlisle, and to be honest, he was so bad that I couldn't even be bothered queuing up and getting an autograph, so it ended up coming home unsigned. And last, and do you know what, probably definitely least, I did get this as a gift though, so I'm not going to complain. This is Vixen and Love Made Me, 1989 I think this is. The label, what have we got on the B side? We've got Love Made Me on side 1, and we've got Love. Oh, we've got the remix on side 1 and the LP version on side 2. I think I have played this, but I really I should have given it a spin before doing this video so I could comment more. But there's something about Vixen I was never particularly into. But there we go. Right, that's my another 12 foot of metal. It would be great to see even more of you show 12 inches as well, a much unloved and unappreciated format. Certainly I think in the VC hardly anyone seems to show them, but show me yours.